maybe it was just one of those months, right? I've had months where I did everything right and still things didn't work in my favor. And then I had months where everybody I talked to says yes and was ready to join my business. You just never really know, what kind of month it is, but all you can do is look to fill in those holes, look to fill in those different areas in your life where you got to work on, so you can understand the difference between, the good miss and the bad miss. Because successful people, they adjust their way to success. It's part of the game. Not every month you're going to be good, right? Look at professional athletes. They don't always have a good, for basketball players, they don't always have a good shooting day. Baseball players don't always have the best at bats. For pitchers, they don't always have the best outings. When you play all these different sports, you're always not at your best. You're going to have days that it's not going to be your day, but it's about making adjustments. Professionals adjust, okay? And understand this is very key. You determine your misses based off how you respond to it, okay? Don't let your misses get the best of you. It goes back to number one on how to get a return on failure. Okay, keep success and failure together. If you have a bad month, remember, don't react to it. Don't let your emotions get the best of you. Respond to it. Okay, because when you react, you lose. When you respond, you win. Nano, give me the difference. What do you mean? Well, I had a bad month. Let's say I have a bad month. I let this bad month get the best of me. Okay, I get down on myself. I start to doubt myself. I start to think that I can't be that person anymore. I start to believe that everybody I talk to is going to tell me no. Okay, I let this one bad month, destroy my confidence, destroy my belief, destroy my ability to see my vision. That's having a bad month and then letting it get the best of you. Okay, that's reacting. But let's say I have a bad month, or I don't like to call it a bad month. Let's say I have a character building month, okay, where things don't go my way. I'm not going to react to it today. I'm going to respond to, okay, I had a bad month, character building month. Okay, let's do an evaluation. What didn't I do well this month? What didn't I do right? I will start to look and find, okay, did I talk to this person the wrong way? Did my marketing strategy not work the way that I wanted to? Am I posting these things at the wrong time? Should I change my approach? Like, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to evaluate. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that ability to see the problem. I'm going to find out why that problem happened. I'm going to create a plan, and then I'm going to execute next month, and then go out next month and potentially, do my best to figure out a way to have a better month. Okay. And next month, I'll go out and I'll have a better month. And if I don't, let's say for whatever reason, same thing again. I'll figure out what happened. I'll find out why. I'll diagnose the problem. I'll create a new plan, and then I'll go attack it and seek mentorship. Okay. And this is what it's all about. You got to be able to adjust your way to success. And when you go from a bad miss to a good miss, then that means that you just learned something. And that's key, right? It's like, when you fix your shot, you were missing the ball, you were missing the basket, but now you're hitting the shot. Now you're making the ball, right? You realize, man, I was missing, but now I'm making the ball, right? It shows you a lot about that. And you really, really need to see it. Okay. You can't get lost in what's happening. All right. You got to know that everything is happening for you, not to you. So understand the difference between good misses and bad misses will give you a great return on failure. Let's go to number three. Number three is you got to embrace hard. Embrace that it's going to be hard. Embrace it. Why? Because everything worthwhile is uphill. All your dreams are uphill all the way. Okay. And you got to remember this. This is very key. Most people have uphill dreams with downhill habits. Okay. People have uphill dreams, but downhill habits. How are you ever going to be able to accomplish the success that you want if you don't have the habits to get you there? You got to remember, if you do what's easy now, your life is going to be hard later. Okay, so you gotta do what's hard now. What's hard now? Following a routine, staying disciplined, going to the gym, reading the books, investing back into yourself. Okay, making that bad investment and then figuring out why that happened. Okay, taking business ideas that didn't work out for you and turning them into blessings. Okay, you got to embrace the hard. Communicating with people is going to be hard. Marketing yourself every single day is going to be hard. Managing a business while managing a relationship, while managing a marriage, while managing your family, it's going to be hard. All of it is going to be hard. None of it is going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. So you have to remember that you got to embrace the hard. You can ask any single successful person that you follow, that you see on the street, and you can ask them, hey, was it hard? All of them will tell you yes. But you know what? They'll also tell you that it was worth it. Okay. But because everything worthwhile, it takes time, it takes effort, it takes hard work and perseverance and dedication. Okay. So you got to make sure that you put yourself in that position and you got to embrace it. It's hard for me to wake up early every day. It's hard for me to grab a book and read it every day. It's hard for me to, prioritize business, family, relationships every day. It's hard, but I embrace it. I appreciate it. And you know what? As you start to embrace hard, things start to become easy, actually, believe it or not. They start to become easy because it's like after so many times of you doing what's hard, it becomes easy. Like think about it. After waking up early, it starts to become easy to wake up early. After, reading a book for 90 days, at the beginning it was hard to pick it up, but then after 90 days, you're itching to pick up the book. So what was once hard is now easy. Because one thing I've learned, guys, believe it or not, was
all right, guys, we're going to get the call started in 2 minutes. I'm so happy to be back. Take this time right now. I know there's a lot of people who weren't able to jump on Mornings with Nano last week, so help me spread the word in your group chats. Let everybody know that the call is live. Throw an OTC in the chat. Let everybody know that we are live, that Mornings with Nano is back on YouTube. I'm also going to be going live on Instagram as well. So spread the word, spread the word, spread the word, and we'll be getting started here in the next 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. Okay, good.
Easy to do. It's also easy not to do. All right. So if it's hard, do it because it's going to make you better. Whatever is hard, do it. Don't let yourself get caught up, okay, in doing what's easy. If anything, get caught up in what's hard because understand the dream is free, the journey isn't, okay? And shortcuts, they don't pay off in the distance. If it's easy, it's not for you. If it's hard, it's for you. Never forget that. Number 4, anticipate failure. You want to get a great return on failure? Believe it or not, guys, it's good to anticipate failure. What do I mean by that? Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Okay? You got to remember, part of the game is failing. So if you want to be successful, if you want to set yourself apart from your colleagues and your business partners, and you really want to be the difference maker, you got to be able to fail better than everybody around you. You're going to have to. Okay. One of the reasons why I'm still here in my business 7 years later is because I understood failure better than everybody else. I was able to get knocked down many times and I got back up. But I anticipated failure. I was never naive to failure. I knew I was going to fail because I'm doing a business that is still very early. Right? I was very early into the business of entrepreneurship, network marketing, trading, investing, all these things, leadership, even speaking. So I knew I was going to fail. So I anticipated it. And all I did was prepare. Like I always teach you guys, if you fail to prepare, you can finish it for me. You prepare to fail. So in order for you to anticipate failure the right way, you got to prepare for it. You got to do the work. You got to read the proper books. You got to listen to the right podcasts, the right audios. Okay, you got to seek for mentorship. You got to do the things that are required. You just can't be somebody that is not doing the work. You got to do the work. You got to put the practice in, because life is the game. But what are you doing at practice? What are you doing in the morning when nobody's watching? Are you preparing for it? And some people may be like, well, Neno, why would you anticipate failure?
All right, we are ready to go, familia. What's up? What's up? What's up? Grand Rising. I hope everybody is having a beautiful start to their day. I'm super excited to be here with each and every single one of you guys. As you guys may know or may not know, last week I wasn't able to go live. I had a very unfortunate situation with my laptop where my battery died after 5 years of using it. So I had to turn it in for repairs, make sure that everything was taken care of it. But we're back. The computer is working. I no longer have to have it connected to a charger for it to work. And I'm at the gym right now. I don't know if you guys know, but I just hired a trainer. So every Tuesday and Thursday, I go to another gym to get trained by my personal trainer. I'm getting ready to step into the next level of my life when it comes to my fitness. So I'm just stepping into this new level. And one thing that I've learned is that never be scared to invest back into yourself. That's one thing I've learned over the years. And never feel bad for money that you invest back into yourself. That was something that I've learned in this book that taught me something very powerful. And those words always stuck with me. So whenever you got to invest into better groceries, gym memberships, all those things, you can never be scared to invest back into you. So I've been investing back into me a lot this year. I know that in order for me to get to where I want to go to, I got to invest a lot more. And that's a little message that I want to share with you guys here today to start the call. Is don't be scared to invest back into yourself. This is not my topic for today, but it is something that I've been made aware of, because I know how important it is to invest back into yourself. And what does that look like? Investing back into yourself includes buying yourself books, investing into mentorship, going to events, eating the right foods. Okay. Making sure that, maybe you're getting a trainer, investing into your environment, anything that's going to make your life better, your mindset better, anything that's going to make you better. Never ever feel bad about investing money back into yourself. I know so many people that are scared to invest into themselves, but in reality, like the saying goes, the best investment that you could make in life is into yourself. So right now I'm investing thousands and thousands of dollars into myself. I'm investing into coaching. Okay. I'm doing speaking and mindset coaching. I'm investing into training for my body. I'm investing into high level groceries. I'm investing into books, into audios, into events. Right now, honestly, my monthly expenses on Nano are more than my monthly expenses on for living, than my rent and all those things. Like, truthfully, I was doing my spreadsheet the other day, and I was looking at how much I'm investing into Nano this year, and it's a lot more than what I'm investing or what I'm spending on rent, bills, and so on and so forth, because this is the year to invest back into me. If I want to go make 7 figures, I got to invest 6 figures into myself. And if you want to go make 6 figures this year, you got to invest 5 figures into yourself. That was something I always learned. So, that's just a little message that God, put over me right now to say to you guys is invest into you. Don't forget to invest back into you. Too many of us are not investing enough into ourselves. And remember, if you're not investing into you, how are you going to grow? If you don't grow, how are you going to make more money? If you don't make no money, how are you going to change your situation? You got to keep this in mind. This is so important. Investing into you is so important, guys. And I know too many of us are not doing it. It's one of the most important things that all of us can do with our lives is invest back into ourselves, because we are the best investments that we can make on a day-to-day basis. The best investment is not going to be a stock. It's not going to be a house. It's not going to be anything that you think it is. The best investment is you, my brother, is you, my sister. Invest into you, and don't be scared, because remember, those that hold money in and are scared to spend money, Your remember, money's energy. You got to let it flow. And if you let it flow out, it'll flow back in. You let it flow and it'll flow back in. If you hold it in and you try to hold it, then you're giving the energy of lack. You're giving the energy that you don't have enough. And guess what? If you have that holding energy, then nothing is going to come in. Let it go. Let your money flow and invest it wisely. That's what I'm doing. I'm investing it wisely into me. What are the areas that I need to grow in? I need to get myself right mentally, so I'm hiring a coach. Right? I want to get myself right mentally and with my speaking, so I'm hiring a coach. I want to get myself in the best shape of my life. I hired a trainer. I want to be healthy. I'm investing into the highest quality groceries. All right. I'm doing all the necessary investments so that I can be the best version of me. And that's the energy that I've been in this year. I highly recommend you guys to do the same. All right. So put a 2 in the chat box if you guys are feeling me so far. That's just the opening statement. Sorry if I went on a little bit of my rants. I can literally run a whole training on the importance of investing back into yourself. Okay. But I just wanted to make sure that you guys just kind of remembered that, it's so key. And sometimes it's so overlooked. Not many of us, see it as a priority, or sometimes we forget, or we don't do what's required. But I promise you, one of the best investments you can make in life is into you. Now, let's get started with today's training. I was sitting down and I was thinking, okay, what do I want to train the team on today? And as I sat down, I came up with one training that, obviously it hits me when we talk about awareness. And I was looking through some of my notes, and one thing that hit me in my notes is, let me actually, where is it? Right here. I got it right here. Is that you're only going to grow as much as your level awareness allows you to achieve. All right. Let me repeat that again. I'm going to repeat that again, actually. Here's how it goes. You can only achieve what your level of awareness allows you to achieve. I want you guys to write that down at the top of your paper. You can only achieve what your level of awareness allows you to achieve. This is so important. So my training for today is helping you guys expand your awareness so that you can achieve more. Because I want all of you to achieve more in 2025. But if we understand, I'm going to repeat it again, that we only achieve what our level of awareness allows us to achieve, then what we need to focus on is expanding our awareness. If we expand our awareness, then we're going to achieve more. Now, type more in the chat here on YouTube and on Instagram if you want to achieve more this year. If you want to have more money, more success, more help for your family, more abundance, more houses, more cars, more charity, more God in your life. If you want more in your life, more abundance, more health, more trips, right? Anybody want to travel more this year? I want more health, more everything, more of God in my life, more everything. Then you need to expand your level of awareness. And when I read this quote, it brought me back to one of my favorite quotes by Jim Rohn, which is, he says, let me go back to it. Let me think about it one more time. Then I just lost it in my head, but I'm going to bring it back. Your income is a direct reflection of your personal development. So if you want your income to grow, your personal development has to grow. So it goes back to us, all right? So here are the 3 points on how you're going to expand your awareness in 2025. There's 3 things we all got to do to expand our awareness in 2025. Number 1 is understanding that awareness determines your potential. Your current results are a reflection of what you know and believe to be possible. Your current results right now, today, Tuesday, February 18th, Tuesday, February 18th, your current results on this very day, February 18, 2025, your current results are a result and a reflection of what you know and you believe to be possible. So you got to understand that if your awareness is limited, so are your opportunities. So growth begins when you start to challenge your current thinking. And you got to expose yourself to new ideas. You got to seek the mentorship from those who have achieved more. So here's the question that you guys want to write down real quick. And I want you guys to write down this question because this is an important question that we all got to write down. The key question here, so that you can increase your awareness, is what do I need to learn or unlearn to reach the next level of awareness? What do I need to learn or unlearn to reach the next level of awareness? I want you guys to ask yourself that question. You don't have to answer it right now on the call. I just typed it in the chat box for you guys. What do I need to learn or unlearn so I can reach the next level of awareness? You see, for me, there's a couple of things that I've had to learn. As you guys have seen, or if you haven't seen, this year I've made a huge priority to start reading the Bible more and put God first in my life. I know for a fact that in order for me to reach the next level in my life, I need to be more aware of the principles of God in my life. I got to know the Bible like I know Drake lyrics. How is it that I know more Drake songs than I know Bible verses? That is unacceptable as a man for me. How is it possible that I've read so many books? I've read over 100 books, but I haven't read the Bible. How is that possible? These are things that I've realized. Not that I didn't get value from the books, because I did. Not that, I love Drake. It's my guy. But at the end of the day, I can't know more Drake lyrics than I know Bible verses. So there needs to be a shift in my awareness. I need to know stories. I need to understand the word a lot better this time around. So I'm working on that every day. I'm reading the word. I'm studying it. I'm going to church on Sunday. I'm joining Bible study groups. All right? I'm seeking mentorship. I'm even watching, I don't know if you guys know, but I'm even watching the show The Chosen. All right? I'm even watching the show The Chosen. To do what? So I can be I want to be engulfed. I want to be immersed in the experience. I don't know if you guys have watched the show, but it's a great show. All right, it's all about Jesus Christ and his life. It's so powerful. So what am I doing? I am increasing my awareness. All right, I am increasing my awareness. I had to pay for coaching. I said, Nano, this year is the year that you got to become a better speaker. You have to invest into it. You want to learn. So guess what? I meet somebody that is a top speaker, a top keynote speaker all around the world, one of the most sought out speakers. You guys are going to be seeing a little bit more of him once I start my mentorship from him. But you know what I had to do? I had to invest. I had to seek mentorship, because what I didn't know about being a keynote speaker is that there's two sides of it. There's the business of keynote speaking, and then there's the art of keynote speaking. There's two sides of it. The business is the bookings, your offer, your website, and all the other things, the connections you have, the people. There's so much that People don't know about the business, which I didn't even know myself. But then there's also the art of speaking, your presentation, your main message. What are you known for? All these other things that I didn't even understand. I didn't understand. But how did I gain that knowledge and that wisdom? By investing back into myself, by expanding my awareness in these areas, because I'm seeking new ideas. I'm seeking new ideas by reading the word. I'm seeking new ideas by investing into coaching. I'm always doing this. I fly out to Puerto Rico to spend time with my mentor so I can pick his brain. I can ask him questions so I can learn from the #3 network marketer in the world. How have you been able to build an organization in over 40 different countries? Teach me. How do you lead thousands of individuals all around the world? Teach me. How do you overcome these challenges and those challenges? I have mentors in all different areas of my life. I'm always seeking. Because remember, I'm only, understand this, it goes back to my quote. You're only going to achieve what your level of awareness allows you to achieve. So I got to understand, Nano, your current results right now, February 18, are a reflection of what I know. And here's the thing, and what I believe to be possible. My current results are a reflection of what I know, but also what I believe to be possible. If my awareness is limited, if I put a cap on my awareness, then also my opportunities would be limited. So I have to challenge my current thinking. I got to expose myself to new ideas. I got to seek mentorship from those who have achieved more. That's why I'm seeking mentorship from God. That's why I'm seeking mentorship from a keynote speaker who has spoken in over 1,000 stages. That's why I'm seeking mentorship from Matt Rosa, who's the #3 network marketer in the world. I'm always seeking mentorship, always seeking guidance, always getting new ideas so that my level of awareness can grow. And because my level of awareness is growing, my life is also growing as well. Your level of awareness is a reflection of the results that you're going to be having in life. This is why I'm so big on morning routines. This is why I'm so big on people reading books, going to events, investing in mentorship, audios, podcasts, mornings when in, all these things. This is why I'm so big on it, because we need to be consistently feeding our mind information for us to grow. This is so important. You know, I told you guys the other day the story of the guy pushing the stone. And remember, guys, every day you got to go push that stone. But like in the story, the guy pushes the stone every single day for months. And then he gets frustrated after the 4th month because he doesn't see anything happening. God comes to him in a dream and says, "Why did you stop pushing the stone?" And the guy replies and tells God, "Because nothing is happening." And God says to him, "What do you mean nothing is happening? Look at how disciplined you are. Look at how much you've learned. Look at how strong you are. I I told you to push the stone. I didn't tell you to move the stone. I told you to push the stone. I'll move the stone when the time is right." We just got to focus on pushing the stone. God will move the stone when the time is right. And pushing the stone requires you to do the work every day, even though you're not going to see the results right away. That's hard, especially for us nowadays in society, where we come from a society where we like to see microwave results. We love microwave results, the ones that come right away. We love that. We love microwave results. We love to put in work and see the results right away. But you know what the thing is? I was having this conversation with a student of mine the other day, And I was telling him, I was like, yo, he's like, bro, I've been working hard, man. Like, I just don't see it, bro. I just don't see. I've been working hard. And I'm like, bro, how old are you again? I think he was like 24, 25. I'm like, bro, you got to remember, you have 20 years of programming that you have to unravel. Limited thinking, people that doubted you, friends, family. As a matter of fact, it goes as deep as it goes down generations. It goes down generations. Even before you was born, the programming was already there because of your parents. So think about it. We're talking about potentially hundreds of years of bad programming, family. And you've only been working on yourself for 2 years. Imagine a ball of yarn being raveled for 20 plus years. And you think that something is going to change just because you spent 2 years unlearning those things. It's not going to happen right away. For some of us, it's going to take us more than that. It's going to take time, guys. You got to give yourself the time. You can't be in a rush to change your life. I told you guys a story about a multi-millionaire that I met. He's already earned close to $100 million in his life. And I met him and I'm talking to him. And, I'm always asking these people questions. And I'm like, yo, he's in his 40s and his 50s now. I think he's close to 50 now. And I had asked him and I'm like, yo, if you could go back to my age, what would you do different, bro? You know what he said to me? He said, I wish I would have enjoyed the process more, bro. He said, look, man, now I'm here. You're in my house. I got all the cars parked outside. Family's good. Family's retired. He's like, bro, but I don't have nothing to do. I'm bored. He said, I wish I would have enjoyed the process more, dog. I was such in a rush to get here. And now I'm here and it's like, man, I wish I would have taken more time in the process, because he was like, that was the fun part of the journey. So people that have already gotten to the destination that we want to go to want to be in our situation again. Can you imagine that? Can you think about what he just said? He said, yo, if I can go back to when I was your age, I wish I would just enjoy the process more. Because now I'm here and it's like, now what? Now what? Everything I ever wanted, I got it now. But now what? He was like, I used to love the challenges and the grind and the problems and the overcoming and the heartbreaks. And I'm like, I'm sitting here and I'm listening to him and I'm like, I was almost like, I'm over here in a rush and stuff. And I'm like, I'm trying to get this today. I want to get it today. And he's like, nah, bro, I'm telling you, he's like, it's not what you think it is, bro. Those were his exact words to me. He's like, yo, I know you see this and I know you're impressed by this. You see my house. You got, I have one of your dream cars parked outside. My bank account looks great. He was like, but trust me, bro, when you get here, you're going to wish that you spent more time in the process of it, because in reality, that's the fun part. Once you figure it all out, it's like, now what? He says, I'm looking for things to challenge me now. I'm looking for things that are gonna, bring me problems. Isn't that crazy? That the things we spend so much time complaining about are the things that some people in the future pray for. Can you imagine you being in a state in your life where you're looking for challenges, looking for problems, looking for ways to learn more? And here we are in a rush to get to these places. Enjoy your process, guys. If it's going to take you 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, enjoy it. Love it. Now, I'm not saying not to be in a rush, because I know that some of us, we want to get this as soon as possible. Man, the lighting in here got super light. I apologize. That's the only thing I don't like about doing my calls in this gym, is that the lighting is not the best behind me. On Instagram, it looks fine, but we'll run it up regardless. But It was just something that really made a lot of sense to me, guys. Enjoy your processes. You're gonna have to change. It's gonna take time for you to change and become better. It's gonna take time for you to grow in awareness. It's gonna take so much time. So just enjoy it. Keep pushing that stone every day. Because you know what's gonna happen one day? They're gonna move the stone. God is gonna move the stone for you, and you're gonna be like, man, I wish I was still pushing that stone. You're gonna wish that you were pushing the stone one day. So embrace the process of pushing the stone, guys. Embrace it, love it, appreciate it, because you're gonna have to do it. I can't wait to see what my student that I was talking to the other day, I can't wait to see who he becomes in the next 12 to 24 months. I can't wait to see what God is going to do for him on the other side of the things that he's struggling with now. I can't wait. Like, I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see what God does for his life, because that's the beauty of the process. So, point number one that I wanted to cover was awareness determines your potential. Point number two, your environment shapes your awareness. And this is a good one. Your environment shapes your awareness. The people, the content, and the experiences that you engage with on a day-to-day basis plays a huge part in your awareness. You gotta have the right people around you. I'm grateful that God has blessed me with all the right people around me. The content, guys, I've gone on a unfollowing spree, unfollowing people that bring me no value, unfollowing pages that bring me no value, anything that could create any kind of sadness in my life or anything. I only want to produce high level, I only want to engage with high level content. Anything toxic, I don't want it in my life. I only give myself high level experiences. You gotta remember, guys, you deserve everything you want in life. Give yourself the experiences that you deserve. Surround yourself with people that are thinking bigger, who are taking bolder actions, who are operating at a higher frequency. You know what I love about my stories now? That when I go on my stories, everybody's talking about God, everybody's in Bible studies, and I love to see it now. I'm like, sheesh, man, everybody's talking about God, everybody's in Bible studies, everybody's on church on Sundays, everybody's pushing themselves, everybody's reading, everybody's doing morning routines, everybody's in the gym. Like, it feels good. It feels good to see that everybody's striving to become better. It feels good to know that people who were in tough places are doing things to get better now and are getting closer to God. It makes me feel good to see that. I see people doing podcasts. I see people doing this, doing that. I don't see a lot of people on my stories out in the club every weekend anymore. Back then, I used to see a lot of people smoking weed on their stories. I don't even see that anymore on my story. I can't even remember the last time I saw a story of a friend of mine smoking weed. I don't see no clubs, no hookahs, no shots being taken. You know what I'm seeing? I'm seeing trips. I'm seeing God. I'm seeing people fasting. I'm seeing all these different things. I love that for myself. Everybody building their business. I love that for me. I love that for everybody that's in that process right now. I see everybody stepping into their health, eating healthier, in the gym more, investing more into trainers and groceries and higher level stuff. That's what I'm seeing more of. Facts, Tia. Pandeminos. I see it all. You got to surround yourself with people who are thinking bigger. I remember I used to think that making $100,000 a year was a lot of money until I met people that make $100,000 a week. You heard what I said, right? I used to think making $100,000 a year was a lot of money. until I started hanging out with people that make 100K a week. Every 7 days, they make 100K. I used to think if you made 100K a year, you made it. You made it. You on top of the world. Until I started hanging out with these people that make 100K a week. They showed me, yo, look, that's what I got paid for the week. 100 something thousand for the week. You know how hard I've worked? Yeah, I look at my, because I felt, you ever take something personal? I took it personal when he showed me that. Because I'm like, bro, you know how hard I work in a year to make over 100K, and you're here making what I make in a year. You're making that in a week, bro. I took it personal. I was like, nah, bro, nah, hell no. But it inspired me. But you know what? He's like, yo, it's nothing. He's like, yo, that's nothing, bro. You're gonna get there too. He's like, remember, I'm 14, 15 years in the game. You're only 6, 7 years. You gotta wait your turn, brother, man. You gotta wait your turn. I'm like, sheesh, man. But it makes me feel good. You know why? Because I'm surrounding myself with people that are causing me to think bigger. I'm hanging around people that are causing me to think bigger, that are operating at higher frequencies. When I open up my story, I feel some type of way when there's people there's a lot of people that I look up to that they're all waking up before me. They're all waking up before me. I got one of my guys, he's up at 5. I got one of my guys that's up at 4:30. Another one is up at 5. Another one is up at 5:30. Another one is up at 6. I'm up around 6:30. I'm like, yo, these people make more money than me and they're up earlier than me. Like, we got people waking up 4:35, 6. Like, you know what they're doing? That's my environment. That's what I'm seeing. These are people that I want to follow. They're operating at a higher frequency. They don't, bro. I have friends of mine that I couldn't pay them to eat fast food. I couldn't pay them. They only drink high-level waters and high-level juices. They don't eat food with seed oils. Like, they're super extra with that stuff. They only eat high-level meats, high-level fruits, high-level everything. And I'm like, sheesh, these are the kind of people I want to be with. They only feed their body the highest level of foods and nutrients. They couldn't, it's so crazy to the point that I've seen them rather starve. I've been on tour where they would rather starve than eat McDonald's. I'm the one like, yo, one McDonald's is not gonna hurt you, bro. Come on, man. They're like, bro, I'd rather go to the gas station and just buy almonds and drink some water than eat McDonald's. And I'm like, man, I got a lot of respect for y'all. But you know what's the thing? That then I'm the one that's like, all right, bro, then let's go get the almonds and some water then, because I'm not gonna eat the McDonald's either. I'm from the hood, so I'm like the one like, yo, come on, man. Some McDonald's once in a while, some Chick-fil-A is not gonna kill you. But nah, bro. They don't wanna. They don't. they not with it. They wouldn't. They can't. They say I can't afford. My body can't afford to put that into my body. But you know what it is? I'm hanging around people that are at higher levels, higher frequencies. They can't afford to put those things into their body. Their bodies are their temples. They sit there and they look at every single ingredient behind what they put into their bodies. If it has even one thing that doesn't align with what it is that they want in their life, they're not buying it. These are the kind of people that I hang around with. People that are operating at the highest levels of frequencies. This is what it's about right here. People that are investing thousands of dollars into these things. Literally, Holly, intention on another level. But that's what we need in our life. That's why your environment shapes your awareness. The reason why my awareness has increased in all these areas is because I see how these people move. I'm like, yo, these people move on a whole different level. Like, I need to start moving like this. I started moving like that because I started hanging around them. I'm like, yo, I need people like this in my life at all times. I have people in my life that are so God driven that if we even say something or try to do anything that goes against God principles, they put a pause to it immediately. You ever been around somebody that's so deep into their faith and so deep into their God journey, that anything that you do or say that goes against God principles, they put a pause to it immediately? I have people like that in my life. You know what's the funniest part? Almost everybody around me that used to drink or smoke, they've all stopped drinking or smoking. Almost everybody that I know around me that used to drink or smoke on the regular, that were my partners and we used to do this, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And now they don't drink or smoke anymore. They've completely cut it out of their lives. The guys that used to go out to the clubs and used to like to be in the strip clubs, now they rather spend time in churches and Bible study groups. I'm telling you, the vibration is elevated. Did you guys know that the health and wellness industry is becoming one of the biggest industries in the world right now? Right now, the health and wellness industry is becoming one of the biggest industries in the world. Everybody investing into the right nutrients, saunas, cold plunging, health and wellness retreats, all that stuff, investing into the right foods. That's becoming a billion. I think, if I'm not mistaken, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's already projected to be $1 trillion industry in the next 5 years, 10 years. The world's consciousness is rising. People are tapping in. Make sure that you're doing the exact same thing. Don't be the person that is hanging around with people that are vibrating at low vibrations, that when you come around them, all they're talking about is the club, drinking, gossip, sports, celebrities, blah, 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 blah. If you can't listen to worship music with your friends, you got the wrong friends. Me and my friends get lit to worship music. We be having fun to worship music. I never thought that would be a thing. Never. Like we open up our calls to worship music. We're in the car listening to worship music. It's still wild to me that that's where we've gotten it. It's absolutely wild that it's gotten to this, but I love it that we're all raising our levels of awareness, because we understand that all this other music that we listen to is toxic. Even though I still listen to it every now and then, I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys that I only listen to godly music, because I'll be lying to you guys. I still listen to my stuff that I like to listen to, but I'm also incorporating that worship music in there. I'm at church, hands up. You feel me? I'm in there. I'm there, hands up, all the time, screaming the lyrics at the top of my lung, real worship. But that used to never be me, though. But you know what it is? My environment. It's causing me to elevate myself. So here's a question I have for you guys. I want you guys to write this question down. Here it is. Am I in an environment that expands or limits my vision? Ask yourself this question for real, and I want you guys to think about it. Are you in an environment that expands your vision or limits your vision? Think about it. When you think about your environment, when you think about the people in your life, when you think about the experiences that you're having in your life, when you think about the information that you have access to, the content that you're producing, Is it expanding your vision or is it limiting your vision? Now, here's the thing. In my life, I have things in my environment that are expanding my vision. I would say majority of the things in my life are expanding my vision. But I'll be lying to you guys if I say that I still don't have things that limit my vision a little bit. Because Leo, I agree with you. Leo said kind of both. When you're on that journey, especially when you're in the beginning of your journey to get out, and to really expand that vision and to get to the next level, they say that the hardest thing about getting to the top is getting through the crowd at the bottom. Sometimes when you're starting off in the beginning, you have a little bit of both. You're in an environment where you're expanding your vision, but then you have things here that limit your vision. And you're kind of like in a tug of war with both. You're tug of war with both. Put yourself in environments and put yourself in a position where you're expanding your vision more than limiting your vision. If you share your vision with others and people don't clap and celebrate you and encourage you, you're in the wrong group. I could go in my group chat right now with my leaders and I could tell them, yo, we're gonna make 100,000 a month. We're gonna change our lives. We're gonna travel. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. And you know what everybody will do? Talk to us, Nano. How are we gonna do it? How are we gonna elevate? Yo, God bless you. Everything is possible. They'll give me Bible verses. They'll pray over me. They'll give me keys. They'll connect me with the right people. Those are the kind of environments I like to be in. But there's been environments where I'm like, yo, let's go do this. Let's go do that. And you know what everybody would do? Crickets. Oh, nah. I don't know if we could do that. Yo, let's be more realistic, Nano. That's why I love my group. My group is with it. Nano, what we got to do? Let's go do it. We all talk. You go in the chats and it's everybody's on their God journey. Everybody's in the gym. Everybody's reading. Everybody's doing their morning routines. I love my environment. I talk to my leaders more than I talk to my own family, as crazy as that sounds. As crazy as that sounds, I talk to my leaders in my organization, my close circle. I talk to those individuals more than I talk to my day one friends and more than I talk to people in my family. And that's the facts. Because they're on the same time as me. They're my family. They say that your day twos become your day ones. And that's true. Because that's my circle. My circle is elevated. This is family now. We're all on the same vision. We're pushing each other. We're holding each other accountable. Are any of us perfect? No. None of us is perfect. I'm not perfect. Okay, but we're all working to become better. And we understand that and we give each other grace. And we hold each other accountable. And we hold each other at higher standards. And we push each other and we celebrate each other. We're there for each other at all times. These are the kind of circles you want to put yourself in. We're not scared to go invest into an experience. Yo, let's go to Mexico. Let's go to France. Let's go to Europe. Let's go somewhere. Let's stay in a beautiful mansion. Let's split the bill. Let's go have nice dinners. Let's go do what's required so we can give ourselves the experiences that we know we deserve. This is important, what I'm sharing with you guys. So your environment shapes your awareness. And then last but not least, number 3, we got to understand that awareness without action is useless. Yes, I'm telling all of us, yo, put yourself in the right environments, read the books, listen to all the audios, invest into time, invest into mentorship, invest into all of this. Great. But you got to remember, knowing is not enough. One of my favorite quotes of all time says, to know and not to do. Finish it for me in the chat. To know and not do is, let me know in the chat. You guys already know. It's to not know at all, fam. So what does it matter that you reading the word every day, that you're reading the books, that you're going to these events, that you're investing into coaching? What does all of that mean if you're not putting it to work? Transformation happens when you apply the information. If you learn something new, apply it, implement it. Don't wait around, guys. You've been hearing me tell you about a morning routine for years and you still haven't applied it. That's your problem right there. You know you got to be reading the word more, read the word more. You know you got to be investing back into yourself, invest back into yourself. To know and to not do is to not know at all. You got to take action, guys, every day. You got to be obsessed with working hard. Guys, there's nobody here that will talk more about the spiritual side of success than me, because I love the spiritual side of success, which has to do with your thoughts, your emotions, your self-image, your imagination, all the things that most people can't see. I love teaching about the spiritual side of success, which is 90% of it. But let me tell you something. That other 10% of it, which is the work, the physical work, I haven't met many people in this world that work harder than me. I love the work. I love the work. I've been up since this morning working, reading, studying. I come on this call, I'm done here. I got a training session with my trainer. After I'm done with that training session, I go back home and I'm on calls all day till 10, 11 p.m., running the play, developing leaders, posting on social media, doing what's required, getting ready for a huge sold out event that we're having here tomorrow in Miami that we sold out. Today, just sold out all the tickets. We may open up a couple more tickets for some people. This is what it's about, guys. The work. You got to fall in love with the work. Every hour counts. My mentor once told me, he said, Nano, it doesn't matter the hours that you put in, it's what you put into the hours. Have you been working hard on your dreams? As a matter of fact, let me see something in the chat. If you feel like you could be working harder on your dreams, put a 3 in the chat. I feel like, even though I've been working hard, I feel like I could work harder. So I'm going to put a 3. If you feel like you could be working harder, put a 3 in the chat. I want to get to the point where I ask that question and nobody drops a 3. You know how dope that'll be? You know how awesome it would be if I was to ask that question and all of us were like, nah, bro, I'm exhausted from how hard I'm working. Like, that's where I want us to get to the point where I ask you guys, hey, can you be working harder on yourself? And everybody just goes, crickets, crickets, crickets. Nobody's dropping a 3 in the chat. We got to get to that level, guys, where all of us can be like, yo, damn, Nano, I'm working as hard as can be. I'm waking up early. I'm in the gym every day. I'm doing my morning routine every day. I'm developing my skills every day. I'm working hard at my job. And when I get out of work, I'm working harder on my business. I'm spending time with the kids. I'm spending time with my husband, my wife, my girlfriend, my boyfriend. Everything is in alignment. My finances are taken care of. I want to get to the point where we're working so hard on us that there's no excuses. That's where we got to get to, guys. This is our year. Remember, at the beginning of the year, I would tell you guys, hey, this is going to be the best year of our lives. But in order for that to become a reality, we got to work harder than this. We got to work harder this year than we've ever worked. That means you're going to have to do more this year than you've ever done. That means you're going to have to read more than you've ever read. That means you're going to have to study more than you've ever studied. That means you're going to have to go to the gym more than you've ever gone to the gym. You're going to have to do more this year than you've ever done if you really want this to be the best year of your life. And you have to be able to look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, have I been working harder than this year than I've ever have? If you can't answer that question truthfully and be like, if you can't say yes right away, then you need to be working harder. I'm gonna repeat it again. If you can't ask yourself and look yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, have I been working harder than this? Have I been working harder this year than I've ever worked in my life? And you can't say yes right away, then you need to work harder. I want you to literally be able to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, yo, this is the year that I've worked the hardest. This is the year that I've worked the hardest on myself. This is the hardest I've worked on my business. This is the most that I've prospected. This is the most that I've studied this skill. This is the most that I've done. This is the most phone calls that I've made. You know, I was talking to one of my boys the other day. Let me show you guys something. Instagram, give me literally 15 seconds. Let me show you guys something really fast. Really, really quick. Let me send this to myself on Telegram. Please send, please send. I want to show you guys something because I was like, damn, bro. People think they work hard. People don't. People not really working hard. Look at this. All right, I'm back. Let me save this. So I'm talking to one of my boys. He does another business, right? You know, and in sales, when you do sales, it's all about making phone calls. So I'm sitting there and I'm talking to him, right? And I'm like, yo, how many phone calls do you make a day? You know, tell me about it. Like, I want to know how many phone calls you make a day. He's like, bro, I make over 250 phone calls a day. I'm like, bro, there's no way you make over 250 phone calls a day. He's like, nah, bro, I'm not lying to you. Let me show you. So he shows me, he has a tracker. Look at this. Let me, here it is. Let me share my screen. He sends it to me. Look at this. This is his sheet right here. All those people are phone calls. If you look at the side, it goes 25, 50, 75, 100, 125, 150, 175. It got to the point where they're even adding to the scale. Close to 275 phone calls in a day. He's like, bro, I've been working harder than I've ever worked in my life this year. You know what he made me realize? I'm like, yo, I'm not working hard enough. He made me realize, I'm like, yo, I'm not working hard. Because I also do sales. This guy is making over 250 phone calls a day. Some of us make 5 phone calls and we're tired. We do 10 phone calls and we're exhausted. He's doing that in one day. That's when I was like, yo, bro, it's time for us to change our perspective on what work ethic is. He's up every day, 6 a.m., in the gym. Whenever you think you're working hard, there's somebody outworking you. I promise you that. So if you want to increase your awareness, yes, you have to read the books. Yes, you got to change your environment. But also, you got to work harder this year than you ever had. Let this be a wake-up call to everybody here to remind you that this is the year that you got to be working harder than you've ever worked. If you're tired, you're exhausted, keep working. If you're not tired and you're not exhausted, it's because you're not working hard enough. I want you to be tired and exhausted from how much work you're putting in. Hard work, because that's what it's going to take, guys. So those are the 3 ways that you can expand your awareness in 2025. Number 1 is awareness determines your potential, which means you got to go out there and study. You got to work on yourself. You got to expose yourself to new ideas. You got to seek the mentorship. You got to listen to the audios, the podcasts. You got to do more of that. Number 2, your environment, the people, the content, the experiences, the people that you're around are going to play a huge role in your awareness. And then last but not least, awareness without action is useless. So use the things that you learn and your life will change. Put a 333 in the chat box if you guys got value from today's call. Again, thank you guys so much. I do apologize if you guys missed me last week, because I definitely missed you guys as well. But I pray that you guys were able to get some perspective from today's call. And just remind you, if there's anything that I want you guys to get from this, is to work harder on yourself this year than you've ever worked. Work harder on yourself this year than you've ever worked on yourself. If you can't look yourself in the mirror and say, yo, Nano, this year I've been working the hardest that I've ever worked. If you can't look at me and tell me that, then get back to it. I want you 90 days from now to tell me, yo, I've been working harder than I've ever worked, bro. I'm in the gym 5, 6 days a week. I'm up earlier than I've ever worked. I'm reading more. I'm studying more. I'm doing more phone calls. I'm posting more content. I'm doing more than I've ever done, bro. This is the point that I want you to get to. If you're not there yet, then we need to change that. All right, fam. So I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I pray you guys have a beautiful rest of your day. I am back on Thursday, same time, 10:30 a.m. on YouTube and on Instagram. If you're on Instagram, you can follow me on YouTube at Mornings with Nano. I do them every Tuesday and Thursday at 10:30 a.m. You guys can hop on. All the sessions are pre-recorded, so you can always go back and watch them. And if you want to share this with a friend or a family, it's always appreciated. All right, guys. So let me go get my training session in. I'm about to get killed in this training session, so pray for me. But real quick, let me pray for you guys before we go, and let's keep running it up. All right, quick prayer. Everybody bow your heads. Let's pray. Father God, we just want to say thank you so much for allowing us to wake up on this beautiful Tuesday morning. We are so thankful for the awareness, the guidance, the love, the protection that you're giving us each and every single day. We know that in order for us to get to the next level, we got to seek you more. We got to put you at the center. We got to keep building the kingdom. And that's what we're all going to do moving forward. We are committed to the vision. We are committed to building the kingdom. And we are committing to be the example that we want to see in the rest of the world, God. Give us the strength to show up each and every single day. And even if we're tired, even if we're exhausted, even if we're stressed, give us the strength to show up for ourselves. Give us the strength to show up for our families, our teams, the people that are depending on us, because we know that with you by our side and with you holding our hand, that we can accomplish anything that we can put our mind to, Father. So thank you so much for your love, your protection. Let's go out there. Let's have a great week. We're going to do everything for your glory. And we love you and we appreciate you. In God's name we pray. Amen. 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 All right, guys. I love you. I appreciate you. That was a pretty solid prayer right there. I actually like that one. I love it. You just kind of just flow it and it just goes very, very well. So thank you, fam. I pray that God continues to protect you guys, gives you guys all the strength. Go be an example. Go do what you're supposed to do. Go work harder today. Forget about what happened yesterday. Forget about what happened to start the year. Make today your hardest working day of the month of the year. February 18th was the day that I worked the hardest on myself. And then do it today, and then do it again tomorrow, and then keep it going. The next thing you know, 30 days, 60 days from now, your life is completely different, fam. I love you. I'll see you guys on Thursday. God bless. Mika, my brother. God bless, bro. Amen.